What's going on, everyone? We thought today we would talk a little bit about what to pack and what not to pack for your next Disney cruise.
So this is not everything that you may need for your Disney cruise, but this is what we consider the essentials.
Alright, so first things first, there's a couple things that you definitely need to make sure that you have. Number one is this book. What's really important are the luggage tags that are inside. So your luggage tags, those are essential. You're going to put those onto your luggage bags whenever you go to the port. They're going to go on your checked bags. These doesn't need to go on a backpack or something that you're just going to roll around. Only what is being checked. That's very important because without that, your bags may never find their way to your room. You want to make sure that you have your signed cruise documents. This is going to help to expedite the process whenever you get there. Now, this is our first time going in or sailing out of Miami.
Yeah.
This terminal in Miami is something that everybody else gets to use. So that's going to be a little bit different.
Something else that is very important is your passport. Now, you don't necessarily need a passport booklet, which is what we have, and I'm glad that we have it just in case of an emergency. But you can technically use a passport card, and you can also use a birth certificate with like a driver's license or something.
Correct. Another thing is that if you're coming from another country, meaning that you live someplace else other than the United States, just make sure that you read over the cruise documents very importantly to know exactly what you're going to need. One reason that I always recommend clients to get a passport book is because if something medically or some type of emergency, something occurs and you're left at the port, you're pretty much in a,
Sticky situation.
Without a passport. You can't really get back into the United States without it. So it's really important because you just can't do the same things without the passport book.
So now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Clothes. Something very important you will need while on the cruise. Now, on our very first cruise, I basically wore the same thing like every day during the day so make sure you bring some clothes that you can just wear around the ship to do whatever, casual clothing, shorts, t-shirt. I typically wear something like this, just like a t-shirt and a pair of shorts.
I really like to think of this as going to the beach. This is mainly for Caribbean, Bahamian cruises. Obviously, you don't want to pack like you're going to the beach if you're going on an Alaskan cruise. One thing to keep in mind is that it's pretty much, you can wear almost whatever you want during the day, for breakfast, for lunch. When you go to dinner, they don't really like you to wear swimming trunks or bikini, swimsuits and things like that. T-shirt and shorts are fine. Usually what we do, and the way that I like to try to pack, is I pack for dinner every day. I will wear something like this.
With like khaki shorts or khaki pants, typically.
And then a nice pair of shoes. Not everybody really dresses up. A lot of people still wear t-shirts and shorts. I like to think of packing as a shirt for each night that I'm there, a specific pair of pants, or maybe like 3 pairs of pants and I'll rotate them, and then a couple pairs of shoes. I also always bring a suit, and I bring a suit just because we always go to Palo to eat for dinner. We're going to eat brunch this time, so it might be slightly different, I don't know.
Our first cruise, we both packed our own separate suitcases and then a whole big suitcase just of our shoes, which then we realized we had way too much clothes that didn't even come out of our suitcases. So then next time we packed one suitcase and split it down the middle and did half my clothes, half Josh's clothes. And then we did bring a suitcase full of shoes and random stuff. Now, we like to dress up for dinner. I typically wear a dress every night to dinner, and I try to get it to fit the theme of the restaurant. I typically wear something like this, and there are different nights on the ship. So when we go to Palo or for formal night, I'll wear something a little more dressy. There's also a pirate night, and I recently got this shirt at the Character Warehouse for a very discounted price, so I will be wearing this on our pirate night. Some people dress in full costumes.
On our last 3 cruises, I did not really dress up at all for Pirate Night. We basically, if you haven't cruised before on Disney, what they'll do is they give you a little bandana. I'll just put that on and that's my Pirate Night. This year though, if you didn't see it from Halloween, we'll put the, which way does this thing go? I always forget, it goes over this way. So you'll see the card's gonna come across from Halloween. I dressed up as supposed to be Jack Sparrow, I guess, but I didn't have the hair because we didn't have a wig for it. But Taylor did my makeup. But I'm gonna take that pirate costume with me, and I'm actually gonna wear it so I don't feel like a loser who's out of the box. Because everybody else,
literally everybody else dresses up.
This is a legit thing. I mean, adults. There are adults that dress up way more than what the children do.
And then for those days that it gets a little bit chilly on the ship, which is typically at night whenever it's dark and you're out on the water, it gets a little cold up on the top deck. Bring a jacket.
Wow, I almost just got punched in the face.
I didn't feel your skin, so we're good.
It was pretty close. Replay.
Slow-mo. Anyway, light jacket. You can bring a heavy jacket if you get cold easily. Typically a jacket like this is good for me. Now, just because you're going on a cruise, specifically somewhere where it's gonna be hot, like what we're doing, doesn't mean just bring a pair of flip-flops.
Yeah.
Make sure you bring other shoes, like shoes for dinner and then sneakers. Make sure you bring sneakers because when you get off the ship, besides Castaway Cay, you're probably gonna be walking quite a bit and you wanna make sure you have some shoes to wear when you get off the ship. Yeah.
If you don't bring the right shoes,
your
might
feet are
be
gonna hurt.
in a lot of trouble. All right, so let's talk about electronics. This can be very, very difficult to pack for and plan for because there used to be a time where you could bring extension cords. You cannot do that anymore. What you can do to alleviate that is you can go down to guest services and they will give you a power strip.
Yeah.
This is something that I've actually been a little bit stressed out about for us because we have one camera. We plan to do a lot of video recording. We're gonna have a total of 8 batteries. Hopefully none of them fall into the pool or go into the ocean or anything like that, you know, because me and batteries in my short pockets, you know.
They don't really go well together.
Anyways, for us, we're gonna have our computer. It's really important to have a cell phone or some type of smart device that connects to the Wi-Fi. There's actually the Disney Navigator, the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app has just been updated. Super essential to have, especially since you can message back and forth. And
yes, there's a messaging thing on there. It's awesome.
so one thing that we are going to be taking, because now you don't really need to have the regular like old, you know, prong style plug into the wall. Almost everything you can be charged via USB.
That's how most of our stuff is.
And so what we did is we bought this charger box on Amazon, basically for all of our electronics here. We can basically plug in our phones, the battery chargers,
our watches.
Our watches. We can't charge the computer through there, obviously. On the off chance that we don't get a power strip for whatever reason, at least we can charge almost everything just through this one box and into just one outlet.
Something really important to know about Disney Cruise Line is that you can't spend any cash or use your credit card on the ship. Everything gets charged to your room. You will get, I have one, I will show you. You will get a Key to the World card, and if you are a DVC member or a Castaway Club member, which basically just means that you've been on a Disney cruise before, you will be given a lanyard when you get to the port. So we'll have a lanyard already. But anyway, you will always need your Key to the World card. You will charge anything that you need to charge, whether you're paying for an adult beverage or merchandise in the store, you can pay with this.
So while it's important to note that you can't spend cash on the cruise, it is important to have cash with you whenever you go to the ports. You can use a credit card, of course, as long as it's a major credit card. We always try to take a little bit of cash with us.
We do.
We try not to actually spend like too much money out on the ports.
No.
Because we spend a lot of our money on the ship.
Yeah, we do.
It's probably the better way to do it, especially if you're going to go out to like some of the local bars and hang out.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people like to do.
Bringing cash is essential. Some other main things that you obviously don't want to forget: sunglasses, sunblock, regular like essential things that you would take.
Then you want to make sure you bring your regular toiletry items like hairbrush, anything you need to get ready, shower, that sort of thing.
All the soft drinks are included on the cruise. So what we like to do is, instead of going to the station and getting 2 little cups, what we do is we get giant cups. Like these, we found these at the Character Warehouse.
They're Starbucks Disney cups.
Basically, you can just fill this up, carry it around with you. You can take it into the theaters.
And so for us, Josh finally ordered us a camera bag today, so we will be taking our camera bag on the cruise. I can't wait to see which one he finally decided on. But normally, we would be taking like a little drawstring bag or something, just to carry like, you know, we could throw our lanyards in there or put our cups in there when we're not using them. Just little stuff like that. But this time it will be our camera bag because we won't need the camera. Now, something that they do on Disney Cruise, now we're not doing it this time, but you can do fish extender. That's what this little bag thing is. It's like a little gift exchange that they set up on Facebook. We're not doing that this time, but something we have done on all of our cruises, and I will continue to do because I love to do it, is magnets on our door. Most of these I made myself. You cannot tape anything to your doors. Everything has to be magnets.
It's just a great way to decorate your door, make it look a little bit more festive. Quickly, let's talk about what we pack in our carry-on bags. So it's really important to note at the port, they take your checked bag. You're probably not going to see that until later on that night. It's important to take kind of what you're planning on wearing for dinner that night. So usually what we do is on our carry-on, we'll pack, if we're taking wine, we're going to have both bottles of wine. I specifically bring a backpack as well, and I'll have my laptop in there, the charger for my laptop, anything that I need for the cameras. And then in the actual rolling carry-on is where the wine will go, shorts, and then a button-down shirt for dinner. I put my swimming trunks in there as well.
So I put a swimsuit in there. I put my change of clothes for dinner, just in case, my makeup bag, stuff to fix my hair. And that's pretty much all that I put in my bag. Sometimes a jacket. Yeah. And then my phone charger. The day we go to Miami is actually Josh's birthday.
Yep.
He's getting old. We will be traveling to Miami on April 4th, and then our cruise leaves on April 6th. We're meeting my family down there. My mom, my stepdad, and my 2 sisters. Skylar is 13, Jossie is 3. It's gonna be a good old time.
So hopefully we'll be able to deliver you guys some good information too about traveling with younger kids, even though they're not our kids.
But they're my sisters, so.
We'll have some better experience with that as well.
Jossie said she wants to be in the vlog, so.
Let's talk real quickly about what not to pack, what is gonna be confiscated if you do pack that.
We already said the surge protectors, power strips, don't bring those.
If you're traveling with really young kids that are on the bottle still, can't take a bottle warmer on there, so plan accordingly. Obviously weapons of any kind. Another thing that I've been really trying to figure a way to get around is not being able to take any drones on the ship. My intention is just to be able to fly it
when we get to a port.
Another thing is like irons, perishable items, sports equipment, candles, musical instruments of any kind. They will not let you take any coolers on to the ship. So if you have like special medication that needs to be kept cold,
you can bring small coolers for that stuff.
Yeah.
And for like baby food and milk or whatever. But other than that,
don't try to walk on with your beer cooler, you know, tugging it behind you.
Do not bring metal detectors.
And
for when
metal detectors like, you know, what you use on the beach or something like that you see. Or balloons. Don't bring balloons on the ship either. They don't allow that in. So that is our list. This video is probably way longer than what I wanted it to be. Hopefully you'll find this video informative and helpful for you planning your next Disney cruise. You're going to have a ton of videos. The ship was just reimagined and updated. That will probably be something that we post right away.
Plenty of dining reviews. We already said this in our cruise announcement video. Butter reviews at dinner every night. Super excited for that.
If you're on the edge of thinking about a Disney cruise, I think we might
watch our videos.
I think we might end up convincing you. It's just such a different experience from the parks. It is so relaxing, loaded with fun. Whether you're just 2 adults or you're a family that is going together, trust me that there is plenty of space, plenty of activities, and plenty of whatever for you to do personally. You're going to find that there's not enough time for you to do everything that you want to do.
There is not. So let us know in the comments below if there's anything else that you would bring when you go on a Disney cruise.